Chi Creation, Love and Light, Part 20. So, we see this now like a bubble of consciousness. You see that roundedness. Now it looks like the blue goes behind in a sense. So it looks like it's 3D. And then within it, you can see that plane of consciousness. A plane of existence within the consciousness. So, it's like that bubble of consciousness. So we can actually see the inside. So like we were talking about Jupiter, it's the same kind of principle, but we're looking at it in that kind of sense. And so we can see the ocean waves crashing, the reflection on the ocean, the horizon line. All that kind of thing. So it kind of like, it fits what Sarah is. We've also got the bird. There's a bird's head, its wings. So how the bird's design is sacred. And it serves as a micro of a macro of a realm. And also we're looking at this shape, how it comes round that in that way. So we see it here. It goes round. So again, like the sunlight. It being black, it separates. You got it there. And the blue for the oceans. As you can see, it goes round in that kind of sense. It's also the wall of a wave, so the wave curls up and catches the sunlight. So we got it there. So we put it that way. You can see it's got that peacock shape to it. Where the horizon line is and that V part and stuff. For whichever part it comes over, as it overlaps. So you've got your circle and then you've got your ring which goes around it. So we were looking at the first episode in Reflections of Love and Light. We were talking about the movement through the water, and it kind of creates these lines. We're looking at the water. So now, in like the relevance, so we've got the tear shape, of a leaf shape, which makes like the peacock, and you've got the black area for the peacock, and then you've got all the peacock feathers, which kind of fit in line with the wave. So the wave and the wake, because that were all water, wasn't it, before? Now it's peacock feathers. Oh, peacock feather. Also the sun petal pattern around the eye. So again, you can see the peacock. How it fits like that. So now you see the waves going in one direction kind of thing. So you've got your curl and your trail in one sense. But it's always moving is the centre part. So it's how it looks to the wave. So there again, you see the peacock feather. It's the same colours as well. And the sunlight. Yeah, yin and yang. More yin yangs. So you got that colour again, you know, that kind of thing. You got the wave shapes. And then the colours, you know, black and white, got realm. So here, you can see here, like this line, it's got like a white edge to it. It's a bit, I don't know, it's contrasting well. But if we turn it as well, and then we'll compare it to the peacock, because you've got like how this line's in. And so that becomes the mouth, like the oceans. It's the oceans on the peacock feather where it comes in. So in the oceans, they grab the food and bring it into ocean. And so the mouth is like the black hole of that ocean. It's like this never ending pit kind of thing. It's like your eyes can absorb the vision, you know what I mean, consistently. So the same way with a chakra in that kind of way. Oh, hold on. So yeah, you can see it contrasts the colour better. So you get your black, and you got your white sunlight shining off it that way. So green this time, but it changes blue, black, and then it's got this bright light which comes out of it. So from the inside, it's probably imperceivable, so it can see out. It's another thing to question whether we can actually see out of that, you know what I mean? So I don't know. But you can see it's got black and then you get orange to white. And so that more sunlight kind of colour. Blue eyes. Blue iris and white for eye as well. You know, so similar to humans in that kind of way. The white stands out there. Let's see where the peacock line goes. The centre line. So you got one in reddish colours as well. It's quite a bright eye. And it's black. You're getting some blue on it, but mainly it's black. You get that red there as well, and then all sunlight coming out, and then it's going to green, but also relating to ocean as well. So I think like it's almost like iridescent, you know. You can see like bits of green and blue, you know what I mean. So like a peacock feather, isn't it? You know what I mean. It's got that contrast of colours. So it's showing you a bit like the magpie that we looked on last episode. Like there. On magpie, we were talking about how its head was the intelligence coming out of the chakra. So like here you can see the black. So its head's there. So that's like its pupil is black in that kind of way. And then all the yellow sunlight coming off it. So that is like the peacock in that kind of sense. Feather. Like the black area. So you've got it there a little bit. Something about its shape. It was similar to the insects. So like the insect wings on those beetles, it's like, you know, a canopy, another canopy, and they're attached together. It's like the similarity, like the speciation between the general shape of a bird kind of thing with the insect. The one that had like the black oval head and the long kind of body. So more black and white ducks. You've got some good waves. You can see the teeth of a wave, all that kind of thing. So you can see the ocean pattern with it as well. So you can also see the leaf shape of a feather. So how it kind of combines that information. You got the ocean wave, which makes leaves, it makes feathers. It's like the designer of the anatomy in that kind of way. Reflection. So these patterns, it's like reflections of love and light. This is what we're looking at. And so you got the black, you got the white that comes off it, and then you've got the love art and the sun in the middle of it, the consciousness. So, same thing again, you see your black ring and your blue glow afterwards instead. But this is pink to blue, but it's also very similar to the peacock feather in both colours. So you can see how like that is like the black area, which sometimes has the hues or shades of these colours with it. That's that part of it. So then the rest of it is, you know, the bird coming out of it in that kind of way. The intelligence which comes out of the consciousness of the realm kind of thing. It's all patterns. The sun. We touched on the black spots on noses of ducks before, being like the sun. But here you can see like the white shine which comes off it. So that's like the sun there, and then edge, and then all light coming off. This is in reference to the eye migraines. So the overlap, they're like really detailed, you know. You got these lines, and they're kind of like golden colour. We'll go fruit colours, but for the most part, I mean, you can see lots of colours in there, but it kind of adds up to gold. You see, it's breaking up and stuff. You see how they overlap, the crisscross, those crisscross patterns. So then, whilst they're moving, it can look, you know, it's difficult to tell which way they're going. But all of them lines are kind of like really appropriate for like showing you what it looks like. That's the missing picture from last time. So these like that, so like your peacock, it should be that way. So then, like, you know, the white goes round, and then you got your peacock line, and then the black. We had the same birds on, but not this picture. It's still upside down from the previous time I tried to film it. So we had these on before. We spoke about the ocean waves. So now we can see the black also. See how it looks round, you know. So it's like this round ball of consciousness with a flat plane of existence within it, like it shows you on peacock feather. So, you know, it adds to it in that kind of sense. So, you know, wear the heads round. So again, like the black, the consciousness, the intelligence that comes out, and all the sunlight which emits from it into water, all waves. And like it's similar to a bird in colours and posture. We mentioned that, I don't know, in one of the earlier episodes, we're comparing them to birds in a way. They are a little, because we live in trees, don't we? So all the orange for the sunlight. Peacock feather. But I'll turn it. So it's kind of like that. You can see that part as well. So it's got a centre line. So they're like the waves, reflection. So again, oops. Turn it. So you see the peacock shape. You can see the V as well. So that's upside down. It's like, you know, if you remove them, you need to see the V going that way. But on the tash, it's got it going that way. It can work it any way it wants. It's its own shape. So again, that V there. So how that can, you know, as hair forms that way, doesn't it? Which is kind of like, you know, showing up monkey that way as well. Also all that deep orange red which comes with it, like, so that sunlight, you got your black, you got your white, you got the sunlight. And so again, you see the peacock, the intelligence in the darkness. Oh. Yeah, it's alright. I'm about to come up to that picture anyway. I'm going to skip to it, but like the butterflies, we show with a face inside. Okay, I'm like. So again, the light comes round and it follows the ring in a sense. You can't really see ring, but it's got. It depends which way you look at it. But we can see the peacock there. So it's got that V for that part. I think the V follows the ring, doesn't it? So you got that there for the V. So the ocean waves that come in. It's the pattern. The nose does it the other way. Because the ocean waves kind of take it up, don't they? So we've got the penguins. So the yin yang again, obviously. Catching sunlight as well. But like there, like that's like that V area. So we spoke about the beak separating and that being part of that the separation of the realm, like the yin and the yang aspect to it. But this is the other side of it, so you can see that that element of that peacock design is there, kind of thing. Also, you like the black. You can see the black there, how it's coming out of the body, kind of thing. So you can see the peacock lines, similar to those parrots. So all the sunlight as well. So we were looking at those pictures and we were saying, like, you know, you look into the distance, it looks like the surface of a sun. It's kind of like that. It's like surface of the sun. Also, another important aspect of a realm, like for so many creatures, to have like codependency and monogamy, all these kind of things, it's a strong aspect to it, isn't it? You know, like the love and light aspect of a realm and stuff. And that kind of sense of purpose with it, you know, the continuation and, you know, like the purpose of life. You know, like we said about what it appears from like a child's perspective when you're studying the origins of life and stuff, rather than the scientist. Then, you know, it's more about this. It's not about numbers and science and all these kind of things. But you've still got your yin yang and your peacock feather. I think if I need to find another picture, but because they go down, they're kind of creating that V. If we looked at it from front, you'd see the V coming down, and the beak could be part of that. Beak and head would be part of it. It looks like it's doing it there as well. So it's like the V part, and that would go around, but it fluctuates and changes, doesn't it? It's not always the same kind of thing. So I think that'd be the brightness of the sun as well. You know, the light is eclipsing the darkness in that kind of way, like its face. You can see it there. It looks like it wants to come round in that way. You see a peacock part. It's also like the waves, how it cups and rolls over, and flow of such. So the sunlight and the peacock. You just like the white at the sun. So you get quite often with snakes as well. You got that V part. So it's showing you that same peacock pattern. So then you got your black and your white. As your orange for the sun. But, you know. So the V for peacock. Which is also like the heart as well, isn't it? So we think about the triangle and we think about the cat, like lions, and we see that triangle for the nose and all these kind of things. Oops. Again. There we go. So now we look at the peacock and we see where that V goes. So it's making that same shape. So when we look at a cat, we can see that the peacock part is there. It's just when we look at a cat, it's stood up. When it lays down, it'll make that pattern. So that's when we look for those patterns. We're seeing that spirit pattern rather than the sleeping pattern, whichever way around it's supposed to be. So, like a peacock, this is what I mentioned with monkeys, that like the light and the consciousness coming out of it. And that's, you know, that's just all that connected together, like the peacock, the conscious, and what we're seeing in the physical representation of the animals themselves. So all black, and then light comes around it, and then stars maybe connected to the firmament and such. It was also waves as well, but we're looking at it a little bit different. So we can see its surface at sun inside it all the pulsing energy, so all the contraction and expansion of a chi, which creates the realm, the consciousness of a realm. I was saying that one, don't we? Oh, that one either. Hold on. Yeah. So this one, see like a black circle? It's got glare over it, like I think actually on the butterfly as well. But you can still make out this black circle though, and it looks like that same circle you're seeing from the peacock feather. So we see it again there. Turn it and look at it that way. So then we see like that ball with all the light shining out of it. Blue this time. So again, like that. So it's all black, and then you've got the ring, which makes that line, which shows you the design of the creature itself there, kind of thing, is where that kind of is, the plane of existence. That's that one. It's cupped. It's kind of like flower-like, but at the same time you're getting that ring. You're seeing that circle for like the black consciousness in that way. So we see that peacock aspect of things. You see the waves crashing over and the reflection of it. So ignore the waves again. But when we're looking at the black hole, you see like the ring which goes round. So it's showing you part of it, and then that's the rest of the black area, and then all the light which is going round it in that way. Which either signifies movement or moving around us, which we have argument for moving around us, but I'm short on time. So we see it there. It's all sunlight. It's about the area. Like the external view of our realm in that way. It's like the brightness of it and stuff. It's outside view. So you can see you've got the black and then the edge of the sun in that kind of way. So it comes out. It's that black hole line kind of thing. So your peacock shape, you can see them, how those lines kind of match up in that kind of same way. So, like the green version, you still got it there, and you can see it's got peacock patterns there as well. So that'd be the realm. You got your centre line, and all the sunlight coming out. Another one. It's a little bit blurry though. That one looks a bit better. You see that line there, kind of thing. And so, it gives that alternative perspective on what we're looking at, because we've seen the waves. We're going to see like the realm with all the sunlight in that kind of sense, when you're seeing that macro with a spiritual sense rather than just the ocean. Oh, and you see those lines. So how it compares to the previous episode, we were talking about that pattern. Well, everywhere we compared it to Beacon, the realm separating, and all these kind of things and stuff. Which that's where it is. It's in the center of that realm aspect, so it implies that separation. But I'm gonna have to leave it there before the video cuts it off and separates a saving thing. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Nice one. Cheers.